back to React with Nicole. Guys, this year has been a terrible year. I've had a lot of bad things happen to friends that I know, people I don't know, my mom, myself. I have not had the time to actually sit down and react to something until now. This is not a reaction video. Those are coming soon. No, this is a spoiler review video concerning ABC's new hit drama, Big Sky. And wow, this actually aired Tuesday night, but I'm only getting to it now because I haven't had the time to sit down. And I just wanted to talk to you guys about it. I want to start something new because I told you guys I don't want this channel to just be me reacting to trailers, TV shows, and movies. Because while I do plan to do all of that, I want more out of it. So off and on, there will be other things I'll be reacting to, things that you might not have known were out there. Challenges and things like that will not be on this channel. Let's just jump into it. So, the first episode kind of starts off introducing us to Jenny. Now, who is Jenny? Jenny is, I don't really know much about her, except that she's married to a private investigator, Cody, who, by the way, apparently they're separated, that we learn really quickly they're separated. And while they were separated, Cody went and had sexual relations with, I guess, her friend, Cassie, who was in the wrong all the way because, one, you don't sleep with your friend's husband or ex-husband, even if they are separated. But this makes Jenny kind of mad because she starts to realize that Cassie is a moral kind of person, and if that's true, then that means that Cody lied and told her that they were separated for good, which you later learn that they were working on things. They should have told somebody. Now, I'm gonna be honest, when Jenny first confronted Cassie, I was kind of expecting Cassie to say, hey, no, I didn't do anything like that. I would never do something like that. And then she didn't. And I was like, dang. Why you do her dirty? Next, we meet Ronald Pergman. I don't know. They don't really say his last name. But he's being put down by his mother, and right away you want to feel sorry for him because his mom is telling him that when she talks with all her friends, their kids are doing awesome things like being lawyers and doctors, and he drives a big truck. Which truck drivers are amazing people who give amazing amounts of time to drive a heavy machine halfway across the country to make sure you get milk. So come on. A little bit more respect than that. But, gosh, she's putting him down, and she makes it very clear that she's very disappointed in him, and she rubs it in his face that everyone's doing better than he is. He's obviously gonna have mother issues, so I didn't see it right away. My mom did, but I didn't see it right away. I'm like, dang, dude, ease off him. He's just trying to make a living, But you very, very quickly learn that his mother's pressure kind of has turned him into an unhinged psychopath. Because he later kidnaps a woman from a truck stop. He kind of goes on this little binge, saying this and this and this, and he sounds kind of weird, maybe a little bit slow, and the next thing you know, bam! She's gone. Just gone. Then you have the main attraction. You have Grace and you have Danielle. Both of whom are on a road trip through Montana to meet up with Danielle's boyfriend, Justin, who also happens to be the son of both Cody and Jenny. There's the connection if you were wondering where it was. The trailer lets us know in advance that they're going to be kidnapped. They're going to disappear along a stretch of desolate road. And it doesn't disappoint. Unlike other shows, we already know who we're looking for. Ronald. We already know he kidnaps women. And we were misled in the trailer. The reason they get kidnapped, I'm going to go ahead and say it, and this is Danielle's fault. Because Ronald would have left them alone. But you see, Danielle and Grace, they're traveling via the highway, right? And so her boyfriend calls her, and he's like, hey, honey, look, there's a crash on I-90, so you might want to take a back road instead. And along this road, it quickly becomes very clear that her car is a piece of crap. And she has not taken it to be serviced. It's not been looked at. And so they end up on the side of the road. They're not on the desolate part yet, but they end up on the side of the road. And they're just sitting there. And then when Danielle thinks it's been enough time, I guess, she starts to pull off the road without looking, by the way. And Ronald's truck almost bashes into her. And she gets this mad case of road rage. And she's like, no, he didn't just try and run me off the road. And so she immediately blames the entire thing on him, although she was at fault for this. So she proceeds to chase him down an empty road and then dramatically pass him, which does not end well because he's driving an 18-wheeler and she's driving a Mini Cooper. It wasn't really a Mini Cooper, but the size comparison is the same. And this whole mess is terrible because on the way up the hill, he obviously can't chase her because he's driving a truck. And when they're on their way down the hill, Grace reminds her sister, hey, he can just catch up to us when he hits the hill. And she's like, we'll be gone by then. And she's acting like he's not going to be angry, like he's not going to do anything to them. And she turns down this road around the national park or whatever, and she's driving and driving and driving. And guess what happens? Very predictable. The car breaks down again. It overheats because her car is a piece of crap. So they're just sitting there on the side of the road, and la-di-da-di-da-di-da-di-da, guess who pulls up? Ronald. And she's like, he's gonna be okay. I just apologize. And then guess what he does? He bashes the windows open. He takes both of them. So a few hours later, when Danielle and Grace are supposed to arrive, Justin calls his dad to let him and Jenny know, hey, they didn't show up. And so Cody makes the decision then to drive down that long road and try and find them, which conveniently their car is missing and they're gone as well. No evidence whatsoever. Which made me think he has accomplices because the truck's not big enough to carry the car. He couldn't have got the car in the truck. So that means a tow truck pulled over and towed the truck or towed the little car away, which means accomplices, which means more people in this show are bad people. So, she's supposed to arrive. She doesn't. Cody goes and makes this drive. He can't find him. And then that's when we get the call from the next main character, a.k.a. State Trooper Rick. And let me just say, Rick gives me the creeps and has given me the creeps since he told a guy to make love to the Montana soil inside of his Tesla. I'm pretty sure he gave that guy the creeps too. But, yeah. To a lot of people, Rick does not appear to be the bad guy. And if you're not watching it carefully, then you aren't going to see the hints, the clues that we get that he has to be the bad guy. You see, he's more than willing to help Cody, which at first look is not that suspicious because cops are willing to help private investigators at least the majority of the time. He even sends him information on a local church that's been rumored to be caught up in the sex trafficking ring. Very helpful, right? Too helpful. Way too helpful. The next clue we get is when Cody and Rick actually meet. Rick is calm. He's unconcerned. He's collected. And then we find out that more girls are missing. Then we find out from Cody that it's been around this area. And when we first met Trooper Rick, we learned a few things about him right away. We learned that he loves his job and that he knows everyone in the little town. Those two things right there can kind of point to the fact that he's the bad guy. Because one, he knows everyone. So if he knows everyone, he knows Ronald. And if he knows Ronald, he knows how Ronald feels. Which means, at some point in time, he would have caught Ronald doing something. So either A, he arrested Ronald and they're not friends, or B, they're friends and they're conspiring together. I'm going to go with the B. He makes it very clear, which is the third clue, that he doesn't want to be embarrassed in front of his friends or the people in the town by Cody. He tells him this repeatedly over and over. And then when Cody suggests that they get into his truck instead of the police cruiser, he says it'll be less suspicious. Rick just goes along with it. He's just like, okay. And they get in the car. They're just sitting there. This is when we find out that Cody is a very impatient man. Otherwise, his radar would have been going off. He's very impatient, which is a very big flaw for anyone working in law enforcement, especially private investigators. He's super, super impatient. And Rick's like, oh, and one more thing. And he's like, what? And he goes, pew! Literally blood all over the place. And then guess who he calls? Ronald. Now, the final moments in the cab of his truck were super uneasy. And if Cody had been paying attention, he would have known, just like I knew, that something was going to happen. I did not expect Rick to pull his gun out and blow Cody's head sky high. Okay, it was like a slap in the face. And my mouth was still open when the credits were rolling. Guys, I'm not shocked that they killed the main character off, because plenty of movies and plenty of TV shows have done just that. But I'm shocked because I thought Cody was the one who was going to find these kids. I mean, he's on the poster, guys. But no, now it's up to Cassie and Jenny, both who have to get past the fact that they both slept with Cody. Cody's missing, or he's either dead. And I'm not sure what the rest of this season actually holds, what it could hold. Is it going to be amazing? Is it going to be terrible? I mean, they killed off the main character, so you can't... it's just twists and turns everywhere. But I'm pretty excited, honestly, to see Jenny and Cassie do some work together. For sure. I want to see them rescue Danielle and Grace. I want to see Grace hit Danielle. Let's do that, okay? Let's just do that, because that needs to happen. And, of course, I want to see them end this sex trafficking ring in this season, because I'm pretty sure ABC is going to cancel this series. And you want to know why I know that? Because every good series that I've ever seen on TV, aside from if it's on the CW, has been canceled. Even on Netflix. Yes, I'm talking about Sabrina. But that's my take, my review, my spoiler review of Big Sky Episode 1. Now, what about Episode 2? Well, yeah, I'm going to do a spoiler review on Episode 2. Subscribe to my channel, guys. Share this video. Get your friends to watch Big Sky, because Episode 1 is on the ABC app right now. Just go and watch it. Just go watch it. Yeah, go do that. And that's all I got, guys. Unless you clicked on the card up there. It's gone now. And it's not in the description either. You messed up. You done messed up.